Well, I'm back at the train station, as you can probably see, and I'm on my way to collect the Corsa. I've had a phone call from Matt at Cleevely Electric Vehicles, that's the actual Matt Cleevely himself, to let me know what was wrong. There were some software updates that needed doing, which is what was suspected, to be honest. We'll find out a bit more when I get there, but it's about 2 hours or so to get there on the train, so I'll update you when I get there. So just to recap the situation while I wait for the train to arrive, there was an error message on the dashboard of my car that said electric traction system fault, repair needed, and I decided to book it into Cleevely EV, which are over in Cheltenham. If you haven't seen the first part of this video, because this is in 2 parts, then I'll put a link in the description, so go and check that out, and actually give you a bit of background on what's going on, why I've taken it there, and all those sort of details. That was a busy couple of hours on the train then, absolutely packed, so I didn't do any filming on there really. Made it to Cheltenham Spa, and I'm just walking into Lansdowne Industrial Estate to go to Cleevely EV, where I can collect my car. Right, I've paused the vlog for a minute here because I'm in a difficult situation. Things didn't go as planned, as you'll see later in the video, but I still want to tell this story as it happened. But before we carry on, I wanted to make it absolutely clear that Cleevely are not at fault here. They are still the experts, and I don't want anyone getting the wrong idea or being put off from seeking their help. I work in IT myself, and sometimes you get faults and bugs in systems that are difficult to track down. That's just the nature of the beast, especially with modern complex cars. Cleevely have been extremely helpful, open and realistic about the situation. Anyway, back to the vlog. So I'm with Matt from Cleevely Electric Vehicles, who's very kindly agreed to tell me what was wrong with the car after it had that error message appear on the screen. So it's all resolved now. I think it was a software problem, was that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was just down to software in the end. So it's a bit of a ghost fault really, if you like. The fault codes that were present were mainly down to communication errors. So we did the obvious things like checking the 12-volt battery, and then had to move on to physically checking all the wiring through, checking that the communication, or the ECUs with the communication errors had the correct power and grounds to them. And then we looked at the communication data bus, so the network of wiring that the binary coding is sent via.
Yeah, I think you said something about an oscilloscope had to be used to check that it looked okay.
Yeah, it's common practice. So these messages happen really quickly, binary sort of ones and zeros, but it's sent, and we can see it on an oscilloscope. Microseconds, you can see a pattern, and if there's can high and can low, and they should mirror each other if the and look just to see. We can't work out what those the signals are necessarily, but we don't need to, as long as what the signals are saying appears to be the correct kind of pattern. Okay. So we had a look at the CAN signal, so control area network is what CAN stands for. Were those messages getting to and from where we needed them to be? The answer was yes. So rather than dig too much deeper, we then decided to have a look at which ECUs were being affected by this communication error, and how we resolved the fault from there.
And it was the motor ECU you said that had the problem in the end?
Yeah, so Vauxhall call it, or PSA call it, the motor ECU. Okay. So essentially it controls the electric motor, what would be an engine ECU in any other vehicle.
Okay, yeah, so it's an electric motor, not a petrol motor, I guess. Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you very much. I've now got to drive it home, so
yeah,
thanks a lot.
We fully charged it off our solar for you.
So brilliant, thank you for that.
A brilliantly solar day.
Started raining the second I got off the train. So,
yeah. Okay,
but
well,
yeah, thank you very much.
Visiting.
Thanks a lot then.
All right.
So that didn't last long. About 4 days after I got the car back, the message appeared on the dash again: electric traction system fault, repair needed. And I phoned up Cleevely EV to sort of get some advice on what I should do next, really. I could have taken it back to them, could have taken it straight back down, and they'd have done some more diagnostics and see if they could trace which component might need a software update this time. But the problem is every time they want to update a component, they have to, or the diagnostics company have to apply to Vauxhall and pay for that software update. And that could get quite costly because they don't want to request all possible software updates in one go, because that would be very expensive, and it could be paying for software updates they just don't need. So the problem with doing that is that then it could take months, because obviously they installed the update for the ECU and it worked for a few days and then it failed. So I'd have to take it back, they'd have to do some more diagnostics, apply for it, could take a couple of weeks to get the update, install it, get it back, a few days later it could fail again. So it could be like a cycle that could take weeks and months to get sorted. So because of that, Matt actually suggested I should just take it to the Vauxhall dealership, get them to do diagnostics, find out how much it would cost for them to do all of the potential updates that are needed. Because obviously Vauxhall don't have to pay themselves for the updates, they've got their own dedicated diagnostics kit that can do the updates as and when. So it could work out quicker for me to do it that way. It's a little disappointing. I have spent £376 with Cleevely EV. That's what it cost, and that was a couple of hours of their effort to do the diagnostics. That's not what they actually spent. They spent more hours than they've charged me for, and they put that down as R&D, which is fair enough. They needed to learn from this as well, because it's the first time they've seen this error. They also charged me for the software update. They have to pass that cost on to me, and for the time taken to install that update. So I can't really complain about that cost, because I didn't have to take it to them, and I could take it back to them to get repaired again, but it's just not really practical, I think. So for now I'm just going to take it to Vauxhall, which is later this week. It's about a week and a half since it failed, so since that about 2 weeks since I got the car back. So hopefully later this week it's going into Vauxhall and we'll see what they say. So there's not much more I can say in this video, so I'm going to end this, and unfortunately that means there is going to be a part 3. So these people here are my channel members, so thank you very much to these guys for supporting me through this and supporting my channel. If you'd like to become a channel member too, then please check out the description, and there'll be a link in there, or click on the join button that might be under this video. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for free to see more from me. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.